Hello, it's Cameron here. I've just got to make a quick video because my friends are bugging me because I've not been replying to them all day and they keep trying to get me to go out. But yeah, so I just thought I'd do a quick video just for the end of this week. So starting off, VIX has spiked back. I mentioned this previous video, but it's now above 30 again, which is really good in my opinion. Well, for me, obviously it's sort of essentially just a fear index. Higher it is, the more nervous people are in the market. Obviously more nervous people are, they sort of tend to sell off more, and drives the market lower, means I can buy in quite a bit nicer. So I've started to dollar cost average in again. But from that, we can see this, which is the looking at the first 4 months change spelt wrong, of the S&P 500 in various different years. And as you can see, it's been pretty rough. In 2022, there, well, according to that, it's what is it, seventh? No, sixth. Yeah, sixth. But that was minus 11.5. But if you look here now, it's year to date. It's actually 13.86% down, which is obviously terrible. But if we so that had actually put it sort of in the middle of the war, the Second World War. So yeah, it's pretty bad. I think it's the worst one in, when was it? 83 years, I think it was. Yeah, so the worst start in 83 years, which is honestly, considering I started investing at the start of this year, was really just my luck, to be honest with you. Just absolutely fantastic. But yeah, one of the reasons why I think it's been dragged down the last couple of days is because of Amazon stock, which has been, obviously they released their earnings earlier. I think I might do a more in-depth video covering their earnings, so I'll just touch on it a bit lightly here. But yeah, so their first loss since 2015, their shares have been absolutely tumbling. I think most of what I've saw, people have been blaming it. Like, people are really not happy with the CEO. But I'll go more into that in another video, I think. Yeah, so they're nearly down 15% in a day. Sort of some other stocks which I thought were quite interesting was AT&T. I need to do more sort of specific research around their industry and what they're more involved in. But generally, obviously, I think I've mentioned it before, I don't pretend to know how to do fundamental analysis very well. But they have a solid P ratio of 8, and then their dividend yield is nearly 6%, which is the two things I'm really looking for at the moment with sort of recession-proof stocks. Which is just high dividend stocks basically, and then making sure the industry is good. I'm just trying to see if TipRanks has one for AT&T, which is, I usually use TipRanks just to see an idea of people who have better fundamental analysis than me, just to see what they think. But it doesn't look like they've got one for AT&T. Yeah, so their average, well, they think it's got a 20.89% upside, and it's 10 buys and 1 sell. I can't afford premium, so you can't really see that. But that just gives you a sort of small idea of what some of the people who've conducted fundamental analysis think about it. Similar story with Amazon, because Amazon's forecast is at 38 buys as well, and I think some of these are, yeah, so these are still massive buys, and they came out yesterday. So I still think Amazon's going to do very, very well, and so there's a few like that. I think Google and Amazon I still would think about buying into. So some other growth stock, I think growth stocks really sort of summarise the start of the year as a whole, to be honest. So we've got like things like SoFi, which was something I was quite interested in because I've sort of been looking more at in my modules sort of about fintechs, and they've just been getting hammered. I think after they sort of not got permission to turn into a bank, but sort of they were they got I can't remember what it was. It was some sort of news. I think it was it was around here. I think it jumped all the way up to, yeah, it jumped quite a bit following that. But then it just came crashing down with the rest of the stuff. And things like DraftKings, Palantir, ChargePoint. Something I definitely want to get into ChargePoint, I think, and I think it's getting low enough that I'll actually consider going into that one. Yeah, I think the last one I wanted to talk about was Zoom. I think because that was actually astounding to me. I didn't realize how bad Zoom stock was doing. Because if you look at their 5 years, like their stock is now down to like basically like pre-pandemic levels, which I just didn't think was like really possible, really. Um, Even though their business has been growing massively. But yeah, so this was just a quick one. Apologies if it seems a bit rushed. I've just had a very busy day and stuff, and whatever with revision. But yeah, thank you very much for listening. And yeah, I should be doing a more in-depth video about Amazon soon. So